Reports say government mortuaries in Durban are full following deaths caused by the recent floods. It's reported that there is a major backlog in conducting post-mortems. This may cause a delay in burials. SABC reporter Bongani Gema brings us more.
These reports have been making rounds of a backlog as government mortuaries here in Durban. As you know, this follows the torrential rains that claimed almost 400 lives here in the province. Now, these reports have not yet been confirmed by government. We are in the process of trying to get a representative from government here in the province to confirm the full mortuaries that have been reported. By joining me now, I have Muzi Hlengwa, who is the chairperson of NAFUPA SA, an organization representing funeral service providers here in KwaZulu-Natal. So thank you very much for your time. Firstly, just confirm to us the reports that government mortuaries are now facing a backlog.
Yes, indeed, they are facing a backlog. In fact, I had spoken to the management at different mortuaries, and obviously we would expect them to have this backlog simply because they are low on capacity. From time to time, they will be facing an overcrowding of bodies. And this time, when you're looking at more than almost 400 bodies, and it's very unlikely that they won't be undercapacitated at this point in time.
Now, reports now, we know it has been confirmed that close to 400 people have died since the flooding. Maybe speak to us about the impacts that your industry has suffered.
Yeah, in fact, when you have such a high number of bodies coming in, and for now, not a single of those bodies has been released yet. It says to us we will have a backlog of 2 weeks in bodies. Hence, we are already going to be getting our normal weekly bodies, that are coming in. We as the industry have advised that if need be, they should try and maybe skip pause more on some bodies that are clearly identified as those who have died in flood, because it's very often we will find that bodies will just be observed and released. But if it's a legal issue, then there's nothing we can do. That's what we are saying. The government mortuaries will try and release bodies as quickly as possible, so that we as private mortuaries can be able to offer assistance. Now, when the bodies are with them, we can't do nothing up until the bodies are released. We are here. We have made a space available, and all those whose mortuaries were maybe temporarily closed and under construction, we have spoken to the owners to speed up the process, so that when the bodies are released, they are available for these bodies to be stored.
Now, since the disaster, we have seen different corporates and top business people coming in to lend a helping hand. What is your industry going to do to assist government? Because we know that government is a bit overstretched currently.
Yeah, in fact, as an industry, we are making donations, and in terms of food parcels, in terms of clothing and furniture. We are also extending hand in terms of providing temporal shelter, like any other business. But what we cannot allow is a situation whereby a few individual companies will hijack the situation and try and play a messiah in order to market their companies. That's number one. Number two, some of them, they come under false pretense as if they are donating funerals. Meanwhile, they will be going to the government and launch claims for the work that they've done. You know that when a company offers a free funeral, they will not give you a top funeral. They will all offer the lowest minimum as much as possible, so that you as a family will say, I'm not happy with this standard of of the funeral, I want something better. And they will say to you, this is what we offer. If you want more, you pay. And our suspecting bereaved families will find themselves having to pay more than they should have initially. So we are saying to members of the public, bereaved families in particular, they mustn't just go to any company that comes and say they are donating free funerals, including the well-known companies, the big or small companies, because the government has said at least the eThekwini Metro has set aside 1 billion and relief fund on this. Within that relief fund, there should be something set aside for these funerals. So there's no need for any undertaker to donate a funeral. If an undertaker really wants to donate, they should be doing that through their associations and then feature in coming up and marketing their companies in these trying times that we find ourselves in.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Well, that was Muzi Hlengwa, the chairperson of NAFUPA SA, confirming to us that indeed government mortuaries are currently full. As you know, there's now 398 people have been confirmed dead. Scores others still missing. Maybe that number may go up to maybe over 400. Also saying that maybe to speed up the process, government can maybe consider skipping the process of postmortem so that maybe burials cannot be delayed. Back to you in studio.